Hey guys, it's Dustin here. Welcome back to Old Comic Wednesday. Today we're going to be doing another Ra's al Ghul story. I have this cool little uh, collection, I think it's called. Um, yeah, a graphic novel. It has all of the original tales of the demons, so the first appearance of Ra's al Ghul and stuff like that. If you guys watched last week's video, we did the first appearance of Ra's al Ghul. Today we're going to be doing the second appearance of Ra's al Ghul. Um, just kind of getting through this book. Um, so yeah, really, let's just get right into it. There's a couple other ones that I would like to get, like No Man's Land, and Bruce Wayne Murderer, and Fugitive and stuff like that. I'd love to get. There's also War Drums. I don't know what that is, but and then Batman Broken City. I've also never heard of, but I know the writer. I've heard of the writer before. No Man's Land is definitely a story I've got to do. But really, let's just get right into it. So the story starts off with Alfred receiving this package and asking Master Bruce for help. And Bruce Wayne is like, she's like, sure, Alfred. He literally says, sure, Alfred, I'll help. And then they realize there's no return address. And so Alfred grabs his crowbar and uses it, and it's a dead and hideously deformed body. And so Batman goes into his bat suit because he assumes that it was meant for Batman, not for Bruce Wayne, so he's going to bring it to the police department. But Ra's al Ghul shows up with a bandage around his head. And he's basically like, Detective, I am the one that did that. I'm responsible for your macabre gift. I don't know how to say that. And this story, of course, is by Denny O'Neil, and the art by Irv Novick and Dick Giordano, and the colors are by Tom Zucco. I think that's how you say it. And this is Batman Swamp Sinister. No, I don't really. No, I remember why it's called that now. So then Batman's basically like, you better tell the story from the beginning, Ra's. So he tells a story about the laboratory and his mountain retreat that they work on certain useful compounds. And the compound they had recently perfected when a Dr. Striss tries to steal it. And so he struck him on the head. Struck Ra's al Ghul on the head, knocking him out. He had a companion named Pollard that hit him in the head. And then Talia, Ra's al Ghul's daughter, came in, and the blow to his skull had stopped his heart. This is kind of the first ever appearance where you see that Ra's al Ghul has a way to come back from the dead. Because he goes, his personal physicians were able to revive me as they have so often before. Yes, it was not the first time I tasted death. And Talia had also guessed that Striss was one of the people that did it because Ra's al Ghul had talked to her previously. And Batman's like, well, I don't get why you need me. Sorry, I think I'm about to sneeze. No, I think we're good. And so, Ra's al Ghul says Striss thought he was stealing a chemical which renders the metal molybdenum 5 as weak as tinfoil. But what he does not know that if left exposed to air, it transforms itself into a deadly plague carrier. Which is kind of like, why is Ra's al Ghul working on plagues? The other thing I've never realized is, like, Batman's always so, like, okay with Ra's al Ghul, but I forget at this point he doesn't realize that Ra's al Ghul is bad. Which that might change in this story. We'll see. And then Batman's like, we gotta get out of here. You mean that thing's infected with the plague? But Ra's al Ghul is like, we had some scientists take care of that. And so Batman swings out the window and lands and goes to goes to Solomon T. London's mansion because that's one of the only places where molybdenum 5 exists, of course. Dude, it's always when I record these videos that my allergies kick in. So Batman puts on a gas mask as he reaches the utility, and it looks cool. It's like perfectly covers his little like mouth hole. And this is back when Batman has the blue suit on too, because this is from the 70s or 80s, late 70s, early 80s, I think, or early 70s. I think it says it in here actually. (1971). The Lazarus Pit won't be introduced until a year later. Holy shit. Neil Adams draws that one too, so we'll have to do that first appearance. This is all pre-Crisis. But it's getting close to the end of to Crisis, because I think Crisis is in 86. I mean, that's still 10 years. Time flies, damn. I'm saying it like I remember it. So Batman takes out two guys, takes out a dude, then he takes out two more dudes who go to find him. And you get some awesome like Batman uppercuts and stuff like that. And Batman meets this lady who speaks French, and this is very important that she speaks French to the story. Because basically she's a housekeeper, and she goes to attack Batman. Batman like flips her over his shoulder. Oh. And fuck. It's only when I fucking record. But then we have them introduce, and then we have them talking about a small stream, or so that's what the girl thinks, the lady thinks. It says the first group was in service of Striss, probably hoods he brought with promise of big money, and the second group belonged to Talia. She was also too late. If only I understood the reference to a small stream. Wait, madam, your native language is French? Oi, I mean, yes. That's all I need to know. Show me a telephone, please. Then it says, note, did you catch the key to the mystery as did the Batman? I did not catch the mystery because it's like not like an easy thing. And so then it cuts to him getting a note from Alfred. And then him and Ra's al Ghul are talking. And it's at the Bayou, a word in Creole French that means small stream, Bayou, Louisiana, can't speak, Louisiana, swamps. I'm so sorry, guys. I don't know why my allergies are so bad. Okay, I'll cut that out. So Batman goes down. He goes down to the swamp, and he's like, Alfred was able to pinpoint the section of the bayou for me. Now I've got to wing it. And then of course, luckily, there's an oil slick on the swamp trail, on the swamp water, a trail to follow. So he goes into this little warehouse thing, which actually is an elevator, and he goes down to see Talia pointing a gun at Mr. Striss. And she's full on ready to kill him, and Batman stops her from doing it, and then he says about that thing's gonna be turned into a plague, and they end up fighting each other, and the bottle gets broken, and Striss gets kind of in contact with it and basically is killed. Um, and and then it ends with Batman being like, "Ordinarily, I enjoy a kiss from a beautiful woman, but after I've seen you hungry to kill," Talia goes, "You were shocked? Oh, you'll change your mind, dear Batman, I promise." And that is the end of the story. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and we'll talk about a different story. I don't know if I'll go in order with this thing or if I'll just jump to the Lazarus Pit. I don't know what I'll do. I'm definitely going to read the whole thing myself because it's cool to me. I wish they didn't change. They changed the colors in this than they did in the actual book, so it's a bit weird. But yeah, pick up Batman Tales of the Demon down in the. I'll put it down in the description. But yeah, without further ado, guys, I will see you guys later.